Hello everybody, this is Jason Whitney with 3Believe, and today we're going to show you how to use this thing. You would have got that in your starter kit, and I want to tell you this is a very important part of the whole program, because a wise man, or it could have been a woman, said that a goal not measured is merely a wish. So we don't want to wish our way through this program. When you're talking to your friends and family and business associates, you don't want to be talking to them about, well, I think I had great success and I think I lost this many inches because I was wearing this dress size and I was wearing these trousers at this size and I'm wearing smaller now. Wouldn't it be more impactful if you could say, I lost a total of 32 inches over my whole body? Now, true, there'd be less of you to love, but that would be a good thing if you're talking about a program that's helping you to lose unwanted fat. So now this is a special little tape that we're going to show you how to use, and if you'll notice, it has a little curvature here, and then it also has a little insert right there. It holds the tape. Now this is designed so that you can measure yourself accurately. Works great for people that will measure you, but it works great by yourself, and so we got these especially just for you. So I'm going to zoom in really close here, and I want to show you, see that where it says 35? When you see the tape on this measurement, that's where you want to read the measurement. All right, so that's a 35, that would be 36, that would be 35 and a half, 35 and a quarter, and so on, okay? All right, and so that's how you measure the tape. And oh, you know, while I was there, let's just put this in here. This is how you you put this little plastic tag in this little slot, and then you'll see a little button here. This is retractable with a little spring, and so you'll hit this tape to get the tape properly taut. All right, and it clicks a little bit. That's great fun for when you're bored. And so you'll just continue to hit this tape. I'm going to have Callie. She's actually been on the protocol. I'm going to introduce her to you. Callie, come up front here. How are you?
I'm great.
Thank you for allowing us to use you as a prop. And you've had great success on the program.
I have.
Yeah, and you came in to mainly just take it to the new level.
Right.
Of health and fitness, right?
Right.
And how's it been for you?
Amazing.
And what would you say would be one of the greatest things that you've enjoyed from the program?
I feel amazing. Like, I feel better. My digestion is great.
That's right. You mentioned that you had a stomach ache almost every day.
Right.
Before you started, and now?
Nothing.
Honestly?
Honestly, nothing.
Pretty darn good. That's what those digestive enzymes and probiotics do for you in every single meal. And if you're on phase 1, that's 3 times a day.
Right.
That's awesome. All right, so she's going to go through. I'm going to explain how to do this as we go through it. You're a pro, right?
I can be.
Yeah, you go at it. All right, I'm going to move out of the way. Callie, you go right to town. So first we're going to measure the neck. In the email, you'll see a little sheet that you can use to write down your numbers. She's hitting that white button that I showed you in the beginning, and then she just pulls it out of the slot, that white tab that I showed you, and then she looks at the number. It happens to be 12 and a quarter inches, I can see, and then she writes it down. Then she's going to do her girth. That's the one I like doing, just like you're going to dry off your back with a towel, put it along your back, and then she gets her girth. Now, the important thing to remember here is the girth is right where the arm meets the chest. That little wrinkle spot. See that little wrinkle right there? That's where you want to measure. And you do it, of course, on this side. She gets her measurement. And now, go ahead and do your arm, Callie. She's going to make a little loop. Here's a little trick that we use, okay? And so she makes a little bit of a loop, and I'm going to zoom in on this so you can kind of see a little bit more. And she gets that right in the right spot, and then she takes her measurement, and she's all done. Now she's going to do her chest. Now on the chest, what you want to do is I'm going to step in here just for a second. And she does the same technique. She uses like on the back, but you want to take the top of the breast, the bottom of the breast, measure right in the middle. That's the spot that you want to hit, okay? So don't get too high, don't get too low, and you'll get right in the spot that we're looking for. Now, what she's going to use is she's going to use a technique. I like holding this tab with my finger and then using my other finger to tap on it as I'm scooting it. Now, as soon as the tape starts to slide on the fabric, that's how I know that that's the right tautness from week to week. It never is getting too tight or too loose. Callie, I know she's looking at me like she's done this 1,000 times. Let me do my job, right? And there's you have the chest. The next one is the thorax. Go immediately underneath the armpit, okay? Right here, draw an imaginary line. A lot of times you can use the fabric lining of clothing as a good guide. Go down to the bottom rib of the rib cage. Now remember, don't drift out here because the rib cage shaped like this as it goes more out in the front. Directly underneath, you feel that rib cage. It happens to be right there. Draw an imaginary line out to the front because it's just more convenient out here. And that's where you'll get the thorax that's on your sheet. Let's get the camera in the right spot. Perfect. And then we go right to the belly button. That's the other landmark. So she'll measure
right here.
Right where the belly button is. The tape is still around the back of her. And she tightens the loop by hitting the button. She has her measurement. She records it. Now, you want to go 2 inches below the belly button. Callie, how do you know you got 2 inches?
By fingers. You have your finger here. This is 1 inch here. And this is another inch. Equals 2 inches. So take my finger and I measure. Find my belly button. Measure down. Here. 2 inches right below here.
Perfect. All right, good. So the first knuckle of your finger is 1 inch, the second knuckle is 2 inches. We call this spot love handles. You know why they call them love handles?
More to love.
More to love, that's right. Something to grab onto to keep your loved one from running away. All right, there's the love handle. Then you go to the buttocks. Now, if you'll turn a little bit sideways to us, same principle as the breast. You got the bottom of the buttock, right? You got the top of the buttock, and you go right in the middle. Every time, every week that you measure that, you want to go right in the middle. She makes a loop around her body. She shortens that tape a little bit, and then she puts it in the slot, hits the white button, makes it taut, slides it till the tape moves on the fabric, and you're done. Now you'll notice that we only measured one side of the arm. We're going to do the same on only one side of the leg. So she's going to make a loop. She's going to step through it. I like making a good loop, stepping through it. Go to the largest part of the thigh, right? And that's how you'll get the consistent measurement. Now if you'll face me a little bit, you'll kind of see where the largest part of the thigh is. Okay, good. And let me shake. I think we moved just a little bit out of focus here. Sorry, folks. All right, good. And then we go right to the top of the knee. Now there's a little bit of fat. Show her where the fat is, right up on the inside top of the knee. Right? Grab it with your finger so we can kind of, there you go, right there. And that's the spot. So it's not really actually the knee itself, it's just a little bit above the knee. I was told once that that's called the chub. That doesn't sound very appetizing, but you know. All right, good. And then we get the calf. Now the calf is kind of a funny muscle. If you'll turn to show us the back of your calf, Callie, you'll see that it's kind of, if you can flex it a little bit, see how it's a teardrop? So she's going to feel, great definition by the way, feel the whole calf muscle. You'll feel where the largest part of the calf is. She makes a memory of it, puts the tape around the largest part of the calf, and then she gets her measurement. Perfect. And then that's it. Callie, you did a great job. And anything else you want to say to everybody?
No, the program's awesome though.
All right.
Great success.
Thank you for your help. And that's it for 3Believe measurement.